Hi, this is Rob Leo, and in this tutorial, we're going to continue to work with PowToon, this time adding some sound and publishing our work. In the previous video, you saw how to create an account, you saw how to add some text, duplicate slides. You also saw how to add some scenes, some backgrounds, your own custom text, adding a character, inserting objects, and even adding your own media from images that you may have found on the internet. What we'll do now is add one more slide, and we'll add some sound. To get started, I'm going to continue to work with the slide that we previously had. I'm simply going to duplicate it. And I want to change my character. Let's click the swap button. We'll go to the office. We'll pick the young lady that we started with. And we'll have her do a different pose. We'll have her do the thinking pose. She's already got a speech bubble. We've already got our computer with the word PowToon on it. Let's just add some text. And let's say we have a pro tip before we get started. And each one of these will change from 1, 2, 3 to some kind of tip that she wants to offer our viewers. So instead of number 1, we'll say research and plan before you start. And this bit of text is a little bit too large for my purposes. Let's just reduce the size of this. And we'll squeeze this in a little bit and move it to the speech bubble. So tip number 1, research and plan before you start. I think I'm going to need about 3 seconds or so for everyone to be able to read that successfully. Tip number 2, let's drag this to 10 seconds or so. Obviously, I need to add some more time to my slide. Let's bring this up to 20. 20 is the limit. And with tip number 2, let's just move tip number 3 out of the way here so as not to confuse us. I want to edit number 2. Number 3's got to get out of the way. We'll just drag him down for now. Tip number 2, let's say the theme, and like I did before, I'm just going to reduce the size of this as quickly as I can. We want to give our presentation a consistent look and feel, so we'll suggest you stick with a theme. We'll put that in the speech bubble. And let's make this last, again, about 2.5 seconds or so. I had this come in at about 10, and then we'll reduce it to about 13 or so, 13.5. And then we'll pick things up at 14 with our number 3. We'll just drag that back into the speech bubble. And we'll say, to be creative and have fun. And again, we'll reduce the size of that. We'll squeeze it in, center it. And let's just preview here. I don't think I'm going to need all 20 seconds, so I can reduce this. We'll bring this into about 17. Then we'll reduce our slide. Notice that this changed too. I just want to drag that to the end. So let's see if I've done this well. I've got the girl flying in here. She's got an idea using PowToon. She's got some pro tips. Research and plan before you start. You could probably reduce the size of that. Stick with a theme to your presentation. And then be creative and have fun. Looks great. Let's pause this. I don't need this slide, so I'm going to trash it. And then I'm going to wrap up just by adding some sound. I skipped over graphs, but I think you get the idea at this point, how to add different elements to your presentation. Let's go to sound next. You can add your own music if you have any. You can add your own voiceovers, meaning you can record. So if you wanted to add a voiceover, you could literally narrate your slideshow as you go, or you could select some of the programmed audio that they have here. Notice again, some of it is pay for, some of it is free. So if I want to select Fire Up, for example, you can preview it before you use it. There's all sorts of stuff to choose from. If we pick motivation, for example, again, this is a pro feature, so I'm not going to use it. If I get down below here, you can see that the concept upgrade is available. Again, half the battle is finding something that you like. Good enough. Let's use it. I have no voiceover. This is going over the entire PowToon. When I preview, you're going to hear it, and that will be over the entire thing. Now that you've got your music selected, when you click Export, you have several options. The one that's associated with the free account is to simply click Create. You have to give it a title. You can add a description if you'd like. You have to give it a category. We're going to select Education. By default, with the free account, it will be public. You're going to click Next. And again, you have several options, but with the free account, you're going to use the standard option, and you're simply going to click Export PowToon. You'll get a message of congratulations when you've been successful. This link that you see at the top of the screen is the link you would share, but if you want to see the entire thing, and you'll get a watermark at the end. Again, that comes with the free account. But again, when it comes time to share, you're simply going to copy this and paste it into something like Google Classroom so that students can turn things in. If you need to go back and edit, this will live under My PowToons. And you can see at the bottom of your screen, there's the demo. You can click Edit to re-edit and then re-export when you're done. There are more options as well. If you want to delete, duplicate, or collaborate, you certainly could do that as well. But hopefully that's pretty much it. I think half the battle is planning planning the project and actually doing the research. But this is the fun part where the kids get to express themselves in a creative way and share what they've learned through an animated presentation. Hopefully you found this useful. Thanks for listening.